Good day, everybody. Another beautiful day. I actually got up a lot earlier today. It's about 7, a little past 7 p.m. or 7 p.m., 7 a.m. Sorry about that. And it's getting much cooler now. Like I woke up today, it was like 69 degrees. So this is beautiful. And like I tell you all the time, no bugs. As you can tell by now, you know what it is? I don't like things flying in my face. You know what I mean? Or tapping me on my head. I don't like that. Anyway, well, I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm doing my walk here in this desert here, beautiful desert, very peaceful and quiet. But I wanted to do this short video because our dear sister friend, Kristen, did left a comment here that I want to talk about here. Well, as you know, if you didn't see it by now, please take the time to read the post that we put on the community page regarding the history, mathematics history in Africa. And it certainly doesn't cover all of it, but I wanted just to highlight to people just how vast history is. You know what I'm saying? And the absurdity of anybody, I'm talking about particularly us, to limit our history, our identity, and who we are to a single book that was given to us by force by those that enslaved us. I mean, it's just really something. I mean, so we highlighted several things on there. Like I said, take a look at it. That really talks about how mathematics goes beyond the normal narrative of, it came out of Egypt. There's a lot of our people who take great pride in, see, it came out of Egypt. That's all of us. Well, no, not exactly. Egypt just kind of caught on to it. Prior to that, they have artifacts that go up to thousands and thousands of years prior to that was all mathematics. And like I said, again, you'll see it in the post there. So please go take a look at that. But here's the thing I wanted to highlight, though, because I think Kristen brought up a very good point, something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, is this simple question. Why does it seem that we black folks, oftentimes when it comes to mathematics, we struggle with that the most? I'm talking about in an academic setting, of course. Why does it seem like we struggle with mathematics the most? And it's because of this. Mathematics is something that encompasses the culture that is being taught in. Okay? So for example, Egyptians, they weren't just sitting in a classroom or sitting in their temples or whatever and say, okay, we're going to come up with two chariots are on the same path and they're traveling at 500 miles an hour. At what point in the path are they going to? No, that has nothing to do with the culture. They're just going to tell you naturally, well, if two chariots are on the same path and they're going that fast, first of all, where did that technology come from? But number two, one would just pull over on the side and let the other one go. It's simple. How many times have you said that sitting in math class when you get the word problem, they're like, when two trains are on the same path, one's going 500 miles an hour, the other one's going 1,000 miles an hour. At what point are they going to intersect? The first thing that comes to your mind, at least for me, was, well, they need to slow their behind down and pull over, right? Now, we laugh, right? But that's natural. Why do we give that kind of response? Because that's our brain's way of trying to make this thing relatable. Well, that's called culture. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's called, congratulations, that's called culture. That's what your culture does. It takes something and makes it relatable to it. You understand? So, as it pertains to these math problems and equations stuff that they throw at us. What the Greeks did is that they basically went into Africa and did exactly what they always do, took the stuff that was already there, claimed it as their own, and then added their own culture to it. So, for example, and culture also includes spirituality. So, for example, the Pythagorean theorem is not just it's not just like math equations. There's also some Grecian spiritual components that's baked into that as well. You understand? Again, I'm not saying that they invented math. People, you gotta listen, all right? What I'm saying is that they took math, baked in their culture, and then they repurposed it or pushed it out to the world and say, hey, listen, this is what we came up with. That's why you see those paintings and portraits of them pointing to pyramids and stuff like that. They weren't building pyramids. We were doing that in Africa, but they're trying to take credit for that. So anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, so that's what they did. So now they're taking mathematics and they are pushing it to the rest of the world that they were conquering and saying, this is how you're supposed to learn math. Well, fast forward now, slavery happens and all that. And now we're sitting in classrooms trying to learn this thing. And we up here scratching our heads like, well, dang, I just can't get this. I don't understand. It ain't formulated. All those struggles that we had in math class, or at least many of us, it was just simply because we could not make it relatable to our daily lives. It just, even though they would try to do it, okay, Sally goes to the store and buys 3 apples, and really she meant to buy 6, whatever. They'll try to make it relatable within their construct, but it wasn't really related to who we really are. You understand? So this is why, take a look at that view. So this is why we have always struggled, many of our people have struggled with grasping their mathematic concepts and stuff, because it's like we're trying to grasp hold of their spirituality, their culture, and trying to make it our own. Now again, there are many examples of black people who have excelled in their math. Well, if you practice anything and keep practicing it, guess what? You're going to get good at it. So that ain't really a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise at all. If you practice anything, you're going to get good at it. Now, when you look at what came out of Africa, on the other hand, when we talk about mathematics, this is the part of our history that they don't really want to talk too much about. And I gave the examples on the community page, right? So take a look at that, at the wonderful examples here. Now, if you start hearing me getting a little winded now, because I'm on part of the trail that's going to really start going up here, but I'm going to try to wrap this up. So anyway, when you look at how math was taught throughout Africa, beyond Egypt, the classroom was in the kitchen, so to speak. The classroom was laying down in a grassy field looking at stars and trying to make a determination when's the best time to plant. The classroom was the drums. I did a video not too long ago, at least I mentioned it, and I'll insert something here.
In maths, we have numbers. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to, zillions. Now, I need you to understand something. Now, in Talking Drum, the basic thing, I'm just going to pick from 1 to 3 of maths, and I'm going to use them on Talking Drum. So on Talking Drum, I'm going to be giving you the basic things, which are do, re, and mi. Do, re, and mi. So I'm going to make do 1, re as 2, mi as 3. So do plus re plus mi goes to do, re, mi. So that means, okay, do 1 plus 2, and that makes it 6. So do, re, mi, fa, so, la, la. So la is going to be number 6. But hey, don't get it twisted. This is it. This is where I'm going. I'm only using 1 and 1, 2, 3 for you. So do, re, mi. So when you hear 1, that means no compression. The talking drum is as it is. That's 1. When you hear 1, that's 1. So if you have it on your shoulder, 1, do, 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 do. That's 1. Then 2 is a little compression. That means this is 1. This is just soft. Re. That's 2. 2, 2, 2. Then 3 is going to be your extreme, your full grip of it. Grip, full, tight. So you can see within the 3, you are able to apply 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now let's play do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. 1, 2, 3. So for a beginner, you have to learn how to apply these marks. 1, no compression. 2, soft compression. 3, extreme compression. I've said it in my previous videos, so please go and watch. So I'm bringing back together. So what about you are in a class whereby you have to play 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 3. 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 3. 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So let's play 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So let's play 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3. So you see that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi. So mi, mi, re, re, re. Do, do, re, re, re.
So what these people have been able to successfully do to us is to strip away the mathematical part of it and just leave us out there dancing, not realizing that our culture blended mathematical concepts within our music, not just in our music, but also hairstyles. Hairstyles contain mathematical concepts, not just hairstyles, but also the way villages were laid out. All of these things were based off of mathematical concepts. All of it was. So this is part of who we are as a people. And this is why I take strong issue with many of our people who want to ditch away our African roots and say we don't have any connection to Africa, but they can't point to any of this stuff in the cultures that they're trying to embrace. But we can easily do that right here. And we emulate a lot of these things in our culture today. It's just been so watered down, we don't recognize it. So as you can see, we made it, man. It's a lot of work, but we made it, man. But anyway, so what am I saying with all of this? Am I saying that as a people we should stop learning their math? Well, you're in their system right now, so it'll only make sense to learn their math. It's just like if I'm in the ocean, if I want to scuba dive, I better get something that's going to help me to function underwater, right? So it's no different. You're in their system, you're in their society, so you might as well learn it. But all of this we were talking about is just getting a deeper understanding as to why this, the area of math has always been seemingly very difficult for our people. It's because math is an entire spectrum, if you will, that is culturally and spiritually based on a culture and spirituality that was never yours. If you go to India, for example, India, their mathematics system is based off of their culture. For us, again, and I know I'm like a broken record here, the mathematics that's being taught to us isn't based off of our culture, you know? And so that's why it's been such a struggle for us to understand these different concepts. But what I want you to know is that math is something that's innate, it's in you. We just have to figure out how to get back to making it part of our culture. And that's why it's so important for us to make sure that we are getting rid of all of this other noise out here with this other pseudo histories of people saying that you're not African, you're not this and that or whatever, trying to further separate you from who you really are. Because once we get to who we are, concepts like math and science and things like that are going to become, we're going to see it become natural again to us, because now we're rooted in our true culture and our true identity. But you'll never get there if you're running around calling yourself a Hebrew or Sephardic or Native American and all this other stuff, because those aren't our those aren't our cultures. We don't have enough cultural markers to say, boom, that's us. But when it comes to Africa, we got plenty of that. And so that's why it's important for us to connect to who we really are. And that's what we're committed to, is unraveling a lot of these lies that have been told to us so that we can get there. So that's all I have for you, family. Thank you so much. In a future video, we're going to ask the question, is there a relationship between UV rays and the slave revolts? We're going to talk about that in a future video. So stay tuned, family. I told you we're going to be digging in here. So you guys take care. We'll be talking soon.